Imagine this, a world before pharaohs, before pyramids, before writing, before wheels, before kings, before the story of civilization as we tell it today even begins. Yet in that forgotten time, humans were already building wonders, monumental, precise, breathtaking, that defy everything we think we know. Hidden under deserts, buried beneath valleys, lying silent in jungles and forgotten mountains, are civilizations so old, so advanced, so unexpectedly organized that they rewrite the timeline of human history. Textbooks say civilization began around 4000 BCE in Mesopotamia, but the earth says otherwise. The stones say otherwise. Our ancestors say otherwise. To uncover the truth, we journey across continents, across 10,000 years, to 4 places that should not exist, but do. 1. Göbekli Tepe, the first temple builders around 9600 BCE. High on a limestone plateau in southeastern Turkey, sits a place older than the pyramids by 7,000 years, older than Stonehenge by 6,000 years. A place so ancient that when it was built, the last ice age had only recently ended. Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest known monumental religious site. Here, massive T-shaped stone pillars, some over 5 meters tall and weighing 20 tons, stand arranged in vast circular temples. Carved on their surfaces are lions, foxes, vultures, snakes, scorpions, bulls, boars, animals that were not symbolic yet, but real and dangerous. These carvings are art, but more than art, they are messages, stories, beliefs, memory carved into stone. And here's the shock. The people who built Göbekli Tepe were not farmers. They had no domesticated crops, no domesticated animals, no villages, no metal tools. They were hunter-gatherers. Humanity had no cities yet, no governments, no agriculture. Yet these people coordinated thousands of workers to cut, move, and raise stones weighing as much as trucks. So the obvious question, why build this place? There is no evidence of living quarters here, no houses, no fields, no signs of daily life. Göbekli Tepe was not a place to live, it was a place to gather, to worship, to mourn, to celebrate, to connect through shared belief. This site tells us something revolutionary. Civilization didn't create religion. Religion may have created civilization. People didn't come together after farming, they came together before farming, to build something sacred. And that gathering is what led humans to settle, plant, and stay. The story of civilization begins not with wheat, but with meaning. Not with kings, but with community. Not with cities, but with spirit. Göbekli Tepe is the evidence. Catal Hoyuk, the city without kings around 7400 BCE. 2,000 years after Göbekli Tepe, not far away, something new rose on the Anatolian plains. A city. But not the kind of city we expect. No streets, no palaces, no temples towering above homes. Instead, thousands of mud brick houses pressed wall to wall, so tightly packed that the city looked like a giant honeycomb. No doorways existed at ground level. People climbed onto the roofs and descended into their homes through openings on top. The city's rooftops were its sidewalks. Inside these homes, walls were painted with vivid murals, hunters chasing wild bulls, vultures carrying souls, people dancing, celebrating, surviving. Here is the astonishing thing. There are no signs of kings, no single leader, no ruling class, no army, no fortifications. This was a city without hierarchy. A city where no house is bigger than another, where wealth did not define status, where burials happened beneath family floors, connecting ancestors and the living. People shared space, shared resources, shared trust. We were always told that cities need rulers, but Catal Hoyuk proves otherwise. It was cooperation, not control, that sustained one of humanity's earliest cities. They lived densely, intimately, collectively, not as subjects under authority, but as partners in survival. Human society did not begin with dominance. It began with balance. 3. Nabta Playa, the stargazers of the Green Sahara around 5000 BCE. Now travel to a place that today is one of the harshest deserts on Earth, the Sahara. But 7,000 years ago, this land was not sand. It was lakes, grasslands, cattle herds, and thriving human settlements. Here at Nabta Playa stands something astonishing, the world's earliest known astronomical observatory. Stone circles aligned perfectly to the summer solstice, megaliths marking the rising of specific stars, a prehistoric star map. Before Stonehenge, before the pyramids, before recorded time, these people tracked the sky, not for curiosity, but for survival. The solstice told them when rains would come, when lakes would fill, when to move their herds. But there is something deeper. Archaeologists discovered underground ceremonial cattle burials, placed with care and reverence. This is not simple sacrifice, it is worship. These beliefs, cattle as sacred, the sky as divine, reappear later. Where? In the earliest Egyptian religion. And when the Sahara dried, its people migrated east toward the Nile. They carried their sky lore, their rituals, their cosmos. We do not say they founded Egypt, but they seeded it, like roots to a tree. The pyramids did not appear from nowhere. Egypt did not rise in isolation. Its earliest spark may have been lit in a green Sahara long forgotten. 4. Caral, the city of music and peace, around 2600 BCE, crossed the world to Peru's Supa Valley. Here lies Caral, the oldest known city in the Americas. Caral rose around the same time as Egypt's pyramids. And yes, Caral built pyramids too. Massive stepped pyramids overlooking plazas, neighborhoods, ceremonial platforms. But here is the miracle of Caral. There are no signs of war, no weapons, no fortresses, no battle scars. Instead, archaeologists found musical instruments, flutes made from condor and pelican bones, used in ceremonies and gatherings. Trade extended hundreds of miles. Textiles, shells, foods, ideas exchanged across vast networks. Caral was not built by conquest. It was built by connection. A civilization founded not on power, but on shared culture. Caral is proof. Civilization does not have to begin in blood. It can begin in harmony. The hidden truth these civilizations share. Göbekli Tepe, Catal Hoyuk, Nabta Playa. Different continents, different environments, different eras, but they all share one truth. Humanity was brilliant long before history admits. We were builders before we were farmers. We were artists before we were warriors. We were astronomers before we were kings. We were communities before we were nations. Civilization did not start once. It started again and again, rising, falling, being forgotten, buried, waiting for us to find it. So now we ask, if these civilizations, older than empires, older than writing, older than history, existed, how many more have we not found yet? How many lie under shifting sand, under jungle roots, under dried lakes, under our feet right now, as we live unaware? History is not a straight line. It is a circle, a story we keep rediscovering, and we are only just beginning to remember. Please share and subscribe for lesser-known history facts.